That's Atimbala Lengua?
Yeah.
Okay, we set him for in person. Although he figured out how to log in the Zoom. If we need the interpreter start your video.
That's what I was thinking, but it just, he can't hear it. So maybe
No,
we can put it in writing.
Put it in writing. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll try that, I guess, first. Okay. Let's see. Mari Garris present.
Yes, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Kamari Harris, file number 22L2736112. Appearance, please.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Your Honor, Ms. Harris is represented by Mr. John Lee, but I spoke to her today, so I'll put my appearance on the record. Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, standing to my right.
Okay. Mr. Lee is present as well. So.
Yes.
Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for pre-trial. We reset this back in April to allow her to see if she can get her license reinstated. How are we proceeding at this time?
Your Honor, at this time, I believe there is a, she owes on a ticket here in Lansing, and I believe there's a bench warrant on it. She owes $186. She has $60 for it today, and then she says she's going to pay off the rest on Friday, and then she's going to have to go to the Secretary of State and take a road test. You said?
No, this is. Just state that this is. Print the ROA for this one.
Yeah.
She said she has $60 to pay on the registration violation.
Yes.
You gotta pay the balance on that one. The one that you're paying $60 for, you had a show cause hearing that was set and you failed to appear. That's why it was in warrant status.
On the 20th.
You're gonna pay the 20 on
No,
the
I'm
20?
saying on the 20th, I had that.
Oh.
No, it was back in May. You had to tell your here.
Yeah, May 23rd, you were supposed to appear for a show cause hearing on why you did not pay this citation. It says you owed $186 because you had a default judgment.
My car hasn't been inoperable since the 3rd of May because I don't know, it just stopped working at work. Like I could drive and then all of a sudden while I'm driving, it was cut off. I turn it back on.
Well, why didn't you appear for the show cause?
I didn't have a ride and I also did not know that I had one.
Okay, you can appear via Zoom. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know I had one. I thought I just had one on June 20th.
Okay, what's your address?
Right now, 4037. I'm sorry, 4037 West Drive. I just moved it.
Okay, so that would be likely why you didn't have. No, you had a show cause. You didn't update the court with your address.
It's at the 1001.
That we have that on one, and then we have a Chandler Road on another.
Chandler Road. Oh yeah, that's where I moved from.
You know you're responsible for updating us when you move, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna pay $60 on the registration today. You're gonna pay what on the 20th?
The rest of
For the, you said not the 20th, but by Friday, the 30th.
Yeah.
On Friday.
yes.
You'll pay the, what is that?
The 30th of this month?
Would that be 126?
Yes.
What I'm going to do is if you pay the balance of 30th of, this Friday, correct? Correct? You have to say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll waive the $25 penalty and the $31 late fee. After you make that payment on the 30th, okay? I noticed that there, they'll take care of the matter that's in warrant status, and then what does she need to do on the other matter?
So besides paying it off, she needs to pass a road test. So I would be requesting a 30-day adjournment so she can get that.
August 8th at 9.
August 8th.
August 8th at 9. Do you have any questions today? Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am. We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear. What's the new address? Can you give us your new address again?
4037 West Charlotte, apartment 33.
Thank you. Okay. On the record, in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Travis Alam Paris, file number 23-00203, counsel appearance.
I'm sorry, Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Travis Paris, who is appearing separately by video.
Mr. Pierce, you can hear us, correct?
You're muted.
Yes.
Okay, today's the date and time that was set for a pretrial. We reset this pretrial because he was looking for assistance of an attorney. How are we proceeding?
Oh, Your Honor, I was trying to get Mr. Paris a substance abuse assessment. He has scheduled one at Pat's for July 21st. And I've communicated that to Mr. Staples. He has no objection to adjourning.
So the assessment is when?
At Pat's on July 21st. And Pat's is pretty good about it. I don't expect to need like 30 days after that. Just for hopefully a couple weeks.
August 8th at 9. August 8th at 9. You have any questions today, Mr. Paris?
No, I do not.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
And none for defense. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Paris. Adrian Person failed to appear.
Yeah.
I have not had contact with them, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'll issue a bench warrant.
Oh, wait, Your Honor, he's done.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Brian Barley, file number 22L2736601, counsel appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Brian Barley, who is appearing with us via Zoom.
Okay, today was the date that we reset the pretrial for a failure to display operator's license. We was waiting for him to schedule a road test, which I believe was on the 27th.
Apparently, Your Honor, I'm sorry. Apparently, Your Honor, there was a snafu.
Snafu.
Secretary of State, and they were told to resubmit the paperwork. So Mr. Barley was not able to take his road test We understand it's been a long time and a long road to get to this point. We're asking for the court's indulgence for one more adjournment to give the doctor's office a chance to remedy the paperwork.
Okay, so your device froze and we missed whatever you said after snafu.
Oh, okay, I am sorry. Mr. Varley was informed by the Secretary of State that the doctor's office had improperly filled out the paperwork. And so they kicked the paperwork back to the doctor's office and asked them to resubmit it. Mr. Varley would like to get his license and understands that the court has been very patient in this endeavor. We're asking for the court's indulgence for one more adjournment so that the doctor's office can remedy the paperwork.
Okay, so at this time, he needs an adjournment, but he still is waiting for the paperwork? Correct?
One of the pages with the medications and such wasn't filled out properly. So now the doctor's office has to remedy that and get that paperwork back to the Secretary of State.
And then he would have to reset a new road test, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we're looking for at least another 30 to 45 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think 45 days.
August 22nd at 9 a.m.
August 22nd at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense.
You're all set, Mr. Varley. What's your name in the jail?
Hello?
Your name?
Kelly Wood.
Speak to him.
Your Honor, the city's gonna dismiss this case.
Okay, on the record, in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Kelly Tyrone Witt, file numbers 19-04576 and 19L2509342. Appearances for the record.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of Defendant Kelly Witt, who is appearing separately by video.
Okay, it was the date and the time set for pre-trials on both matters. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, the city would move to dismiss both charges.
Okay, let's see. We're both on a citation. Okay, both matters are dismissed. You're all set, Mr. Witt.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mhm. You can let the deputy know you're all set, Mr. Witt.
All right.
And there's no one.
Okay, well. Reset his show pause. See if he appears unlikely, but we'll try. Okay. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Maisha Foy, file number 19-03435, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Naisha Foy.
Today's the date and time set for a pre-trial. Driving while license is suspended. Back in February. And it provided the court with a copy of her driver's license to confirm her name. Let's see. And then this matter was reset for another pretrial. How are we handling this?
Your Honor, yes, Miss Boy, wants to apologize for her failure to appear. She's had, her daughter at the time was sick and in and out of the hospital. But she is practicing parallel parking. She needs to pass her road test and she has one scheduled for July 5th. So we would be asking the court for an improvement.
See my face? You know why I look like this? You know how many times you missed court? It wasn't
a few times.
It was multiple times. This case has been pending since 2019. It's 2023. Why do I think she's gonna come back here and handle this?
Your Honor, because she was ordered to appear in person here today and here she is. So I'm confident that especially if she's been practicing, that she's gonna pass her road test and get a driver's license here soon.
Failed to appear August 2019. Failed to appear October 2019. Didn't appear again until January 2022. And he failed to appear since February of 2022. And I'm supposed to believe that she's gonna remember to come back to court.
Yeah, I came back today.
Odds are still against you. What other assurances you have for me?
But I'm just gonna come back to court.
Have you already scheduled a road test?
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes,
Okay, when is it?
July 5th.
Okay. I think you did mention at least on 2 or 3 occasions that you missed court because of your daughter being sick. However, you do know you can appear via Zoom, correct?
Yeah, now I do know.
Okay, so missing court because you can't be in person is really not a good option. You need to appear even if you can't appear in person. You just need to make sure you have video capabilities, you're not driving, you're upright position, and you're ready to carry on a court proceeding. And that way you don't have to be separate from your daughter while you handle this matter. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So we gotta alleviate that excuse so that you can get this resolved, okay?
Okay.
Because the next time you miss, I'm gonna be forced to put a bench warrant in a remand, which means you'll sit in jail until you get it taken care of. And we don't wanna do that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm noting here that you have a road test on July 5th. So we'll set this for a date after July 5th.
July 11th at 10:30.
July 11th at 10:30 in the morning. Do you have any questions today, ma'am?
No.
Okay, do you have any questions about how to appear via Zoom?
Well, I have to come in person or will we be on Zoom the next time?
You can come via Zoom the next time. You don't have to come in person.
Okay.
I'm not ordered you here in person. Okay, if you have any questions about how to log in and do that, you can talk to your attorney or some people try a day before to make sure they can log in. Got to make sure your audio is started. Otherwise, if you can't hear us, we can't hear you.
Okay.
So we have someone sitting up here right now. They don't know what's going on and they've been sitting here for probably an hour. So
Okay.
they haven't started their audio, okay? Any other matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor.
You're all set, man.
All right, thank you.
Okay. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus James, Ryan, and Nicholas, file number 23-01691. Is he present?
Your Honor, he declined a court-appointed attorney, and I believe he is in custody. I arraigned him. He didn't want to talk to me. You sentenced him to a year on a drug charge, so I think that's what he said for.
Not in ICJ.
Oh, he's not?
Did I sentence him? 2 years. He has another matter in the system. Decline. I don't think he doesn't have another matter. No, the only one that is, it's just that one. It's even more, this one. Okay, let's your insurance. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Fannie Taylor. File numbers 23-01482, 23-01483, 23L2784321, 23L27889, I'm saying 85961, and 23L2785962. Council appearances.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Fannie Taylor, who is present and standing to my right.
She did get her fingerprints taken. Wow. That's wonderful. I'm just trying to understand what, oh, they're in silence. I don't have any files for who they are. Okay, today was the date and time set for pre-trials and explanation hearings on several traffic matters. How are we proceeding, council?
Your Honor, at this time, we're looking to see if Ms. Taylor can get her license valid. It's my understanding from the city attorney that there is a no proof of insurance ticket from June of last year that is suspending her license in this court. Right now, the balance is at $258. If Ms. Taylor didn't know what was suspending her license, but if that's the only thing, then she believes that she can attempt to make efforts to pay that off in the next 30 days and have a valid license. So that's what we would request today.
The other ones are not suspended? I don't, looks like she has a few. Got a couple things in here.
There's a couple.
Let's, you print the two, print on. Not sure. Let's see. Okay, as you see here. She owes $158 on that. I don't understand why is this happening? So this is not the same ticket. What ticket is this? Why does it have a whole $202? Where is this? This is 4321. This one already has her own $205. Who did that? 202, 61. These are what this is all set for today. Who entered a disposition? That's the clerk's office about that. Okay, so for some reason they entered some dispositions on the ones that are set for today. As to the one that you owe 258 on, you expect to be able to pay this within the next 30 days?
Yes,
Okay. What are you gonna pay today?
I don't have anything to say.
When are you gonna make a payment? First. The first, how much are you gonna pay?
$50.
I think I have this file, correct? The one that's suspending her license.
No.
Pay $50 on the first. We gotta make the next payment.
Well, are you gonna try to do it in $50 installments? Yes.
Within the next 30 days.
$50 every week, is that doable? No. Well, I don't have no income.
You need a moment to talk about that privately?
Nah, I took care.
Okay, let's see here. Waive the $43 late penalty. And then I'll waive the $25 Secretary of State reinstatement fee. Okay, so that'll bring you down to actually owing $190. So you'll make a payment of $50 per week, beginning the first, correct? Okay, once you do that, that should clear this particular ticket. And then she needs to do what on the license?
Oh, do you need to get a new license from Secretary of State? No, you have a license, it's just suspended.
Yes.
Then that should be,
Suspended because of this.
and that's according to state rules, that is all that's submitted there.
Okay, sounds good. I'll note that on the file so that when you go and make these payments, the clerks will waive the $43 late penalty plus the $25 Secretary of State reinstatement fee to bring your balance on this ticket down to $190. Once that's paid in full, you'll be able to contact Secretary of State to have your license reinstated, okay? Do you have any questions at this time?
No.
Okay, let's begin the court date.
August 8th at 9 a.m.
August 8th at 9 a.m. will be your next court date. Okay, any additional matters for the record today, council?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear, okay? Where did we just put that? At 9 a.m. Bless you. Let's see. On the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Dante Burrell. File number 20-01977 and 23-01022. Appearances, please.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee.
Sir, are you Dante Burrell? Okay, Dante Burrell's present in court in person, today's date and time set for pre-trials. I have one hinder, obstruct, oppose, and one telephone harassment. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, I have not yet had a chance to speak with Mr. Burrell. The prosecutor has made an offer. So if I could get a minute to speak with Mr. Burrell, we would be ready to proceed.
Okay, we're off the record. Okay.
Okay.
Mitchell, who's representing Deanna Mitchell?
Please, Mr. Lee.
On the record in the matter of the, is Mr. Lee sorry? For the people of the city of Lansing versus Deanna Marie Mitchell, file number 23-01558, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Deanna Mitchell.
Date and time set for a pre-trial on an open alcohol in public. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the prosecutor has agreed to allow Ms. Mitchell to plead guilty to a civil infraction of disturbing the peace.
Okay, Ms. Mitchell, did you want to accept responsibility to the civil infraction of disturbing the peace?
Yes, Your Honor.
Fine is $125. When can you make payment?
Could I pay that next Friday? That's my, when I get paid. I believe, what is that, the 8th?
Okay, next Friday is the 7th.
The 7th, yes. That's my payday.
Okay, I'll note here that you'll make payment by July 7th. You can make payment online at the court website using your case number, or you can come in and make payment in person at the criminal traffic counter, or you can mail a money order or check to the court using your case number as well, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Do you have any questions for the court?
No, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set.
Thank you.
Okay, I see Tashara Randalls. Who's representing Tashara Randalls?
Tashara Randalls is my client, Your Honor, and I would like a moment in a breakout room with her if that's possible.
Who's representing Evan Nico?
Representation, ma'am.
You do not have an attorney representing you. I had to remove Mr. Mulengua. He wouldn't start his audio, so we're gonna reset him for in person. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Mr. Lee, I'm going to put Ms. Randalls in room 2.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and let's see. Mr. Davis?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing. Versus Gregory Michael Davis II, file number 16-007170T, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Okay, Mr. Davis, you do not have an attorney, correct?
That's correct, ma'am.
Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for a hearing on a motion to set aside a conviction. Mr. Davis, you're seeking to have a conviction from 2016 for driving while license is suspended set aside. I do have a opinion from the Attorney General's office. First and foremost, was this conviction one that involved, or do you have a commercial license endorsement?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so this wasn't involving commercial operation of a vehicle?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and did this traffic offense lead to an injury or a death of another
No, ma'am.
individual? Okay,
Not at all.
okay. Other than that, the Attorney General's office is no objection. Mr. Staples, is the city taking an objection to the application?
No, Your Honor, the city stands mute and will rely on the discretion of the court.
Mr. Davis, let me review your driving record again. What have you been doing since 2016 at the time of this conviction?
At the time of this conviction, I was on my way to LCC. I was going to school at that point in time. Since then, I've graduated, worked for a lot of nonprofits. Right now, I'm currently the program director at Siren, an Eaton shelter. So I am working towards maybe applying for a different position that's open. So I'm trying to clear my record of all. So right now, I've been to a couple different courts and those have been overturned already. So I'm just waiting. Hopefully this one will go through, and then I have one more that I'm working towards. So just trying to change my life and turn everything around. Made some bad decisions when I was younger, but I've got a couple degrees now, and I'm not a boy anymore. So I try to make better decisions with my time and with what I do in my life.
Very good. Do you have a valid license now?
Yes, ma'am. I've had a valid license since I think it was 2017, after I got done paying everything off. So for the past, I would say 6 years, I've been driving without an issue. I've had a couple tickets here and there, but I haven't been without a license.
Okay, I find that the circumstances and your behavior since the time of this incident do warrant setting aside the conviction as it's consistent with the public welfare. I will grant your application and sign and date it for today, okay?
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, and congratulations to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good one.
Thank you. Are you handling Mr. Burrell?
Burrell, yes.
Okay, we're back on the record in the matters of the people of the city of Lansing versus Dante Burrell. Council, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, there was an offer. I believe Mr. Staples will put it on the record, but Mr. Dante is not accepting it right now. Burrell, Mr. Burrell would like to set for a final pretrial and jury trial.
Okay, what was the offer?
Your Honor, the offer to Mr. Burrell was that he could plead guilty as charged to the count of telephone harassment, and the city was then willing to waive the charge of the hinder and oppose.
Okay, can I have a jury trial date?
Scheduled jury trial July 18th.
Jury trial will be July 18th at 8:15 in the morning in person at the court. These are obviously two incidences that occurred at two separate times, and so if we are going to proceed on both, we'll start with the 20 file first, okay? Do you have any questions today, sir? I can't read head nods. Thank you. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for defense.
Thank you. We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear, okay, Mr. Burrell? We're on the record in the matter of the people, excuse me, of the city of Lansing versus Tashira Randalls. Okay, just a moment. File number 23-01600, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Tashira Randalls.
Today was the date and time set for a pretrial and operating while intoxicated. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, given the discussions I've had with Matt Staples and Ms. Randalls, we are thinking that the best way to proceed at this time is to schedule an alcohol assessment and adjourn to allow Ms. Randalls time to get the assessment completed.
Okay. August 22nd at 9. Do you have any questions today, Ms. Randalls?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set, Ms. Randalls.
Thank you.
No problem. Who's on the Samsung SM?
Nico?
Who's on the Samsung SM?
I think that might be me, John.
You have a full name?
John Boo.
Thank you. Who's representing him?
I am, Your Honor, and I'm ready to go.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus John View, file number 23-01605, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, John Boo, who is appearing separately by video.
Okay, Mr. View, today's the date set for a pretrial on operating while intoxicated. Council, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, we will be requesting a 30-day adjournment so that he can get a substance abuse assessment.
August 22nd and 9.
August 22nd at 9 is your new date, okay, sir?
Okay.
Do you have any questions today?
No.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
And nothing for defense, thank you.
Okay, you're all set. Mr. View. And then Mr. Nico, you said you do not have counsel, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you're waiving your right, you want to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll put you in the private meeting room with Mr. Staples, who is the city attorney on this matter.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, let's see, we're missing some people, I think. McClure, Jericho McClure, do we see him today? We'll issue a bench warrant for him. Mr. View, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay. I'll give Hunter a little bit more time. Autumn Pulling, anybody seen Autumn Pulling?
But Your Honor, I had a conversation with Ms. Pooling on Friday.
Is he in the building or is that?
He's in his, the other office, I'm worried about the office.
Your internet's not really good today, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Ms. Pulling is inpatient at Sparrow Hospital. She's being transferred to a facility called Bear River in Boyne Falls, Michigan. I told her that I would request an adjournment so that once she gets set up in Boyne Falls, we can do a Zoom hearing for her.
Do you know when she'll be transferred there?
She's supposed to be transferred there this week.
July 11th.
July 11th at 11.
Thank you.
No problem. Pulling, Autumn Pulling. I'm just waiting for Hunter and then McDowell. And we have Parker. I did not have anybody here for show causes. Benchmark Bracy.
Your Honor, I'm on Ramona Hunter. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and be back.
When you do these show causes for our benchmark for show cause, you can set bond is just whatever they are. I usually cash your earlier. Did I miss somebody? Verona and Craig Wells. Okay, no, they didn't. You want to go on show cause too? How much prices are like? How much is it? Sure. Oh, that's probably Mr. Langua. On the record in the matter, people of the city of Lansing versus Evan Nico. I have file numbers 23-01-611, 23L2, 785-602, and 603. Council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Mr. Nico is present via Zoom without counsel. He's waived his right to be represented by counsel today. Mr. Staples, was there an offer extended?
Yes, Your Honor. The city offered Mr. Nico the opportunity to plead to a reduced charge of allowing a suspended revoked person to operate, and Mr. Nico would then accept responsibility on the 2 civil infractions.
Allowing a suspended person on the driving while license not valid, and then accept responsibility on the other 2. Mr. Nico, how do you want to proceed?
That's correct.
You want to plead guilty to the amended charge of allowing a suspended person?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yeah.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay, Mr. Nico, you have the right to be represented by counsel in this matter. You have declined or to execute your right to be represented by counsel, and you've decided to represent yourself in this matter. You have the right in this matter to proceed to trial, and you have the right to a jury trial. At the time of your jury trial, you have the right to the presumption of innocence. So you're innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to require the city to prove your guilt at a jury trial by proving each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're willing to waive that today?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You also have the right to see, hear, or question any of the witnesses that the city intends to call against you. You have the right to call your own witnesses to trial, represent evidence at trial that you believe show a defense to the charge being brought against you. And you have the right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. Are you also willing to waive each of those rights today in order to accept the offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive your rights today?
No.
Any promises being made to you in exchange for you waiving your rights?
No.
Okay. And are you entering a guilty plea because you believe you're guilty?
Yeah.
Okay. As to the amended charge of allowing a suspended person to operate, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On or about May 20th, 2023 at approximately 12:09 p.m., were you in the area upon Pennsylvania at or near May Street?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan?
Yes.
And at that time, did you allow a suspended person to operate a motor vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And that suspended person was you, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any additional questions from the city?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea and find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. Are you currently employed, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You wouldn't be behind the wheel of a car right now, though, would you?
I am in a passenger seat of my employer's vehicle. I'm on a job site, quiet place.
Okay, very good. Okay, and so as to the amended charge that you just pled guilty to, your fine is $250. And now as to the no insurance, you're accepting responsibility to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any insurance at all?
Not currently. I do not. I'm currently not driving. So.
Your fine is $145 on the no insurance. The expired plate, you're accepting responsibility to that as well, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine is $125. How do you intend to make payment on these?
I'd like to set up a payment plan, if possible.
Okay, how much are you gonna pay first?
Excuse me.
How much are you gonna make a payment for, and when you're gonna make your first payment?
I could do $100 on Friday and every other Friday thereafter.
Okay, so your grand total 250 less. Okay, so your total of $520. I noted here that you'll make your first payment of $100 this Friday, and you'll pay payments of $100 each Friday until paid in full. Do you have any questions about how you make payments, sir?
Just down at the courthouse, I'd assume?
Yep, you can make the payments at the courthouse, at the criminal traffic window, or you can make payments online using your case numbers, okay?
Okay.
You can also mail check or money order to the court, also attaching your case number to that. Do you have any other questions at this time, sir?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record, Mr. Staples?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. I've not seen Ms. Hunter.
I don't have any contact from her.
I was sure before.
Mr. Lee,
Yes, ma'am.
did you need to speak to Stephen McDowell?
Yes, please.
Okay.
No, no,
So now let's go here. Thanks. No audio. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Stephen McDowell, file number 23-018660M. Council appearance.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Stephen McDowell.
Today's the date and the time that was set for a pre-trial on a trespass and hinder and oppose. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Mr. McDowell has decided to accept the prosecutor's offer and will plead guilty to the trespass. Prosecutor has agreed to drop the hinder and oppose charge.
Mr. Staples?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. McDowell, that's correct. You want to plead guilty to trespass?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Okay, in this matter, sir, you're charged with count 1 of trespass. That's a misdemeanor, maximum penalty 90 days in jail and or $500 in fines. You have the right in that matter to proceed to a trial. You have the right to have a jury trial. And at the time of trial, you have the right to the presumption of innocence. You're innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the city prove your guilt at a trial by proving each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you willing to waive those rights in order to plead guilty today?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, so that means you also give up your right to see, hear, question, or cross-examine any other witnesses that the city intends to call. You give up the right to call your own witnesses or present evidence that you believe further a defense to the charge being brought against you. And you give up the right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. You recognize that?
I do, Your Honor.
And you're willing to waive those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anybody making any threats or promises to you in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Are you currently on probation or on parole?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your employer?
Yes, Your Honor.
The guilty plea could also result in a conviction that may have impact on any travel or immigration status you may be seeking. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you still wish to waive your rights and plead guilty?
I do, Your Honor.
As to count 1 of, I'm sorry, count 1 or count 2. As to count 1 of trespassing, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you believe you're guilty?
I do, Your Honor.
Factual basis, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. McDowell, on or about June 16th, 2023, were you at 1826 South Cedar Street, a location otherwise known as Cedar Super Liquor?
I was.
And that's in the city of Lansing, county of Ingham, state of Michigan, correct?
Yes.
And you were asked to leave those premises by Lansing Police Department, correct?
Correct.
And you refused to leave and were taken into custody. Is that also accurate?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any questions from the city attorney's office?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. Count 2 is dismissed per the plea agreement. You can proceed to allocution, Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. McDowell reports that he was very remorseful about the way things went down that night. He is a peaceful man and was a little out of sorts that particular evening, but is otherwise a valuable member of our society and has expressed remorse and wishes to pay his fine and put this matter behind him, Your Honor, and get back to being the solid citizen that he otherwise is.
Does your client wish to make his own statement at this time?
Mr. McDowell?
Yes. I do apologize. The incident was kind of out of hand. And I did not have a ride at the time. So the ride was on the way. And when the police officer says, "What's going on here? You know, are you going to leave?" And I shortly just kind of kept talking. And I think he was just impatient with me, and, you know, and it just kind of escalated from there. And yeah, I do apologize for any disturbance, Your Honor.
Okay, your fine is $200. When can you make payment?
I could do that at the end of next week, Your Honor.
Next Friday is July 7th, so you're gonna make payment by then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can make payment by coming in person and making it at the criminal traffic counter, or you can make payment online at the court website using your case number. You also have the option of mailing a check or money order to the court using your case number, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor.
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set for today, Mr. McDowell.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Kiana Parker, file number 22-006210T, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee for Kiana Parker.
Today is the date and the time set for pretrial for driving while license is suspended. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we have forwarded proofs to the city attorney and have been advised that he is going to dismiss the case.
That is correct, Your Honor. I did receive those photographs and did double check with the Secretary of State. Her license is valid and the city would be moving to dismiss the charge against her.
Okay, motion is granted. This matter is dismissed. You're all set, ma'am. You're welcome. That's all I have for this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.